Our next speaker is widely recognized as the world's leading expert on the power of presence and influence. Please offer a warm welcome for Connie Dieken.
Today we're going to explore how you can be irresistibly influential, even to the most difficult people and in the most challenging conditions in your life. If you want to grow your business in relationships that are going to be long-term, and if you want customers who are loyal to you, you need to be influential.
Connie Dieken's thought leadership drives you to the intersection of influence and presence.
Manipulation is not influence. Drives me crazy right now with all the talk about Russia influencing our election. They didn't influence us. They manipulated, perhaps. They did not influence.
The Dieken Influence Profile is strengthening the presence of leaders around the world.
I've been studying this now for 18 years with a scientific study, talking to leaders, following what they do. It's called Influence 360.
This validated assessment identifies the conditions and behaviors that prompt you to gain and lose influence in a time of unprecedented change.
What's happening is we have growing skepticism, compressed timelines, we have heightened expectations. Decisions must be made so much faster, actions taken earlier than ever. You face growing resistance.
Connie doesn't just talk a good game about the fusion of influence and presence, she embodies it. A former newswoman, she's won multiple Emmy Awards and was inducted into the Radio and Television Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Since launching the Dieken Group, she's been honored as a top female business leader, a global guru of executive coaching, a leadership think tank honoree, and a top keynote speaker.
As you may have heard, I spent my first 20 years in the broadcasting field. I studied our guests, whether it was President Bill Clinton, Jack Welch, Dr. Ruth. I loved it. She called me Connie. I wanted to see what was it about them that made them influential.
What followed was methodical research with leadership teams at top-performing brands around the world. After more than a decade of rigorous, validated testing, the Dieken Group identified the 3 C's where presence meets influence: connect, convey, convince. Connie's groundbreaking framework merges these elements to ensure that leaders influence with integrity.
So let's start with the connecting here. So where are we? And how good are you at this? Connecting is your responsibility, not the other person's. If you're really good at this, you engage people, you align them, and you resonate with them. That's why they are drawn to you. Too much information is worse than no information at all. 3 turns out works. Why? Because you have been programmed throughout your entire life, conditioned to understand 3. It feels good. There's a rhythm to it. Even your mountains here seem to understand.
Connie's style is friendly and approachable. She dives right into audiences to ensure that everyone enjoys themselves and applies key takeaways.
You get this band. See this? This is not a fashion statement that I'm wearing here. This little piece of plastic is called a magic band. When I'm wearing this band, they're tracking me all over the park. I suspect they know that I'm here. So shall we tell them hello? Hello, Walt Disney!
Each program is tailored to the needs of the specific audience, as the former newswoman skillfully combines the headlines with the front lines of business.
This was the recently named new CEO of Cisco, Chuck Robbins. They took the head of sales. And why did they do that? The board cited warmth as their factor because they realized people will follow this man. And that is how the world is very much changing here. Warmth actually trumps competence in a study done by the Harvard Business Review. Now, why would Marriott gobble up Starwood? They bought it for this, the loyalty program. SPG, Starwood's loyalty program, is bar none the most successful in the industry. And by golly, it's working. Look at this. They're having 1 million new members sign up for this card per month.
Whether keynoting, consulting, coaching, or certifying corporate trainers to deliver the Dieken Group's powerful tools, Connie Dieken's presence transforms leaders into influencers.
When you do this, you have the ability to transform minds, behaviors, outcomes. Things change around you, and you are able to make your best and boldest contribution to the world. Influencers are not people who just play the game. Influencers change the game.
You know why I love doing this? Because it is fantastic to watch the sparks fly as people start owning their power. So give us a call. We'd love to hear your meeting goals, have a conversation about your ideal outcomes, and then over-deliver to exceed your expectations. Thanks for watching.